Welcome to another episode of Chats with Vlad. Episode 64. It's the end of the world, and Vlad knows it, but I feel fine. Indeed, boys and girls. Indeed. So many things tonight to talk about. In so little time. Boys and girls, what a week. Politically, emotionally. Let me tell you, I'm tired. Uncle Vlad's very tired. Don't even get me started on poison ivy. But that's another tale for another time. It just makes me itchy thinking about it, boys and girls. But enough of the idle chit-chat. We have things to discuss, boys and girls. Indeed. Like, for instance, let's talk about a certain submarine. You know the one I'm talking about. The aluminum tin can that was controlled by a PlayStation controller. You know the one where it was $250,000 per seat, boys and girls? Yes, that one. Well, boys and girls, apparently, all week we were dragged through an emotional roller coaster worrying about 5 people that had been dead the whole time, boys and girls. Apparently the Navy knew. Several people told them what had happened. But, allegedly speaking, apparently Hunter Biden and his tax troubles and gun charge were overshadowed by this. Allegedly. They say that they were already dead Monday. Or it's not Monday, Sunday, I mean. Monday, James Cameron had told them what had happened, but they went on with the story anyway. They were saying things like, we can hear them knocking. Now, obviously, if they imploded right away, which they did, they didn't hear any kind of knocking, boys and girls. So where did that come from? I wonder. Think about it. And while you're thinking about it, boys and girls, why don't we listen to what Mr. James Cameron has to say about it? And keep this in mind, boys and girls. James Cameron not only made the movie The Titanic, but he's also been there underwater at least 32 times. So if anybody knows about underwater travel and the Titanic, I would say it's Mr. Cameron. Indeed.
A loud bang on the hydrophones.
Some news I thought you'd find
or transponder.
interesting.
Lots of calls.
Boys and girls.
I knew what happened. Sub imploded. I sent
Mr.
emails to
James
everybody I know.
Cameron.
We lost some friends. The sub is imploded. It's on the bottom in pieces right now. I sent that out Monday morning.
You see what I mean, boys and girls? Something very fishy went on. And I think Congress needs to get to the bottom of it. Don't you, Congress? Oh, but that's not all. You remember last week, boys and girls, how Uncle Vlad brought you a story that nobody else had reported? Do you remember that, boys and girls? I think you might. Well, if you don't, why don't you go back and watch episode 63? It's a hoot and a holler. But this week, I'm bringing you a whole nother story, boys and girls. Something that they just didn't want to report on. Something vile. Something dangerous. Something like a sex orgy for trannies. Really? But don't take my word for it, boys and girls. We'll watch the news clip together. Straight from South Boston, baby. You won't believe this next story, boys and girls, that comes straight out of South Boston this week. Why didn't we hear about this? Think about it.
Responders were called here to these apartments on Saturday for an apparent cardiac arrest. When they got here, they discovered someone had died and also found that several people were hiding children in a back room. Tonight, 4 children less than 10 years old are in DCF custody after authorities and public officials say they were found in an apartment with 6 cross-dressing men, sex toys, drugs, and alcohol. Firefighters discovered them after one of those adults died at the apartment.
It was obviously sickening, to hear from those that were there at the scene describing what they saw and the actions of the adults that were in the room.
City Councilor
Sickening.
says he spoke with the firefighters.
Can you believe this? And nobody wanted to report this. They wanted to report on a fake, allegedly fake story about that submarine. But they didn't want to report this because it's in a liberal city, boys and girls.
They reached out to me just to make sure that it didn't get swept.
Sickening.
The governor says DCF is now involved in investigating.
Just heartbreaking. Terrible situation. DCF has taken those children into its care and custody right now.
City leaders doing a walkthrough here, now wondering how this could have happened. Councilors planning to hold a hearing with the Boston Housing Authority.
The place is disgusting. And this is on BHA. They need to be doing a better job down there.
Man, I'm telling you what, I bet you those firefighters and EMTs that came into that situation didn't know what the heck to think. Seriously, it was like a little one-room place that they had split in part. They had trannies, they had regular guys with the trannies, they had a dead guy who OD'd, and there were children there, boys and girls. Boston, I don't think you were thinking very well. Indeed. But, boys and girls, Uncle Vlad has one more thing that he wants to discuss, our main topic. You see, boys and girls, a lot of people have seen what the government's doing, that it's gone completely and utterly corrupt, to the point to where they don't even bother to hide it anymore. It's becoming a real dictatorship around here, if you know what I mean, boys and girls. And Russia keeps fighting with Ukraine, and they have nukes, and Vladimir Putin is at the end of his rope. Very desperate, man. And then there's China. Oh, China will not back down. They will attack Taiwan. That's just a matter of when, and not a matter of if. And let me tell you, I think it's going to be sooner than later. Some people have higher prospects for it, but I think 2024 might be the time that actually happens. Indeed, boys and girls. With that being said, a lot of people have been buying guns, they've been buying ammo, they've been buying prep food, things that will last for 25 years, like dry food, and what do they call that, freeze-dried. I've tried it before, the bananas taste like shit. But, with that being said, boys and girls, people are honing up on skills, growing things, building things. They're building bunkers. And they're making communities, boys and girls. Indeed. And I'm not just saying this theoretically, boys and girls. You see, Uncle Vlad has been invited to one of these villages. Indeed. And you know what? Uncle Vlad accepts. Indeed. If everything goes according to plan, we're going to be doing what a lot of other people are going to be doing. Growing our own vegetables, raising our own livestock, family and friends very close by. We're going to create our own village, boys. Theoretically speaking. I say theoretically because some things have to happen. Uncle Vlad has a year to think, or so. But I don't need a year. I just need a green light, baby. Indeed. You see, the shit is gonna hit the fan. An end of days. And there, boys and girls. The governments aren't giving us a choice in that. Most people want peace. Most people want prosperity and growth. We want to be friends. We don't want all this fighting. But they're not giving us a choice, boys and girls. Options are being depleted. Resources running out. Not to mention time. That is a luxury of the past, boys and girls. There is no time, as they say, like the present. But, boys and girls, what I want you to think about is this. When the shit does hit the fan, are you going to be prepared? Will you have backup generators? Will you have a surplus of food and clean water? I hear springs are the best. They don't get contaminated. But boys and girls, there's all kinds of spots in this country. I would highly suggest you get some land, you get some guns, you get some loved ones, you get food. You better learn how to grow things, boys and girls. You see, boys and girls, there's a reason why Uncle Vlad was invited. You see, Uncle Vlad has some skills that are very much going to be sought after. Uncle Vlad knows how to grow things, amongst other things. Yes, indeed, boys and girls, indeed. I know how to dry and cure things and grow all kinds of different vegetables and herbs, and some things just for fun. Plus, boys and girls, I don't know if you've gotten the gist of it, but there's other reasons why they want Vlad to join. We'll just say that Uncle Vlad knows how to handle himself in many situations. I come from warrior's blood. Indeed. But that's not the only reason, boys and girls. You see Vlad's beautiful visage. I created it. You see, Uncle Vlad is a bit of an engineer. Ah, yes, indeed, boys and girls. I like to call myself a problem solver. And I do solve problems, big and small. There's many different things. Did you know, for instance, that at one point, Uncle Vlad had constructed a bow and arrow in the middle of the woods with nothing but twine, sap, feathers, a knife, and a bunch of sticks. And it did shoot, boys and girls. Indeed. I've lived out in the wild, eating beans and rice for months. When vegetables with butter in a wrap were a treat. Uncle Vlad knows how to rough it. But I think we've had enough of that kind of talk for now. I think it's time for some funny ha-ha. So with that being said, let's get on to the jokes. What's long, hard, and full of semen, boys and girls? Why, a submarine, of course. Working on the computer is like driving a submarine. Once you open Windows, the problems begin. Why'd the dominatrix join the submarine crew, boys and girls? She's just got a thing for subs. I was about to watch Armageddon on Netflix when my subscription ran out. Oh well, it's not like it's the end of the world. All this drama in the world makes me want to watch light-hearted movies, boys and girls. Like Armageddon and Red Dawn. So, why do kids get excited for Santa Claus, but not Jesus, boys and girls? Simple. Santa brings PlayStations and iPhones. Jesus brings Armageddon. Armageddon. Tired of all these apocalypse jokes. Well, boys and girls, I do believe Uncle Vlad has given you quite a bit to think about. And I suggest you do just that, boys and girls. Because when the end of the world comes, will you be ready? Or will you get caught with your pants down around your ankles? Think about it!
What do you think about all that Armageddon stuff? Boys and girls, what do you got?